So hi guys, welcome to my full in-depth review of Vivo V5 Plus. So this specific unit is provided me by the Tarang Mobile Collection in Alibag. So if you are living near me, please check out their store and let's just head on. We are going to split this into the parts, so let's just start with the design. Now this design may familiar look like an iPhone or something. As I have an iPhone over here, just take a look at that. It has like same kind of antenna bands and everything. It's just straight up copy. Even though the software is the FunTouch OS running Android, it's total skin from the icons to the app designs. It's totally like iOS. So there is nothing like originality in terms of software and hardware over here. But still, in terms of feeling in the hand, the build quality is very premium. It almost feels like an iPhone 6s in your hand with this rose gold color over here. Just looks very beautiful. At the bottom you do get recent apps, a back button and home button, which is now can be now pressed, and also the fingerprint scanner. It's pretty fast, but I can't really sure the accuracy of it, but in terms of speed it's very fast, and the sensor is quite big. At the back you just get your antenna bands, some FCC logos over down, a Vivo branding in the middle, and the top you get a camera and a flash. There is no secondary mic for noise cancellation over here. At the bottom you do get a speaker layout, a micro USB which is upside down, a microphone, and a 3.5mm jack. That must be obvious, of course, it's an Android phone. On the front at the top left you do get two cameras. Yes, two cameras. One is the 20 megapixel and the other one is the 8 megapixel. And on the right you get a huge flash and a proximity sensor. Now talking about the flash, this is no jokes. Like if you're seeing a flashlight on a J series or anything else, that's just a joke. It doesn't provide any kind of functionality over here. But if you check out the flashlight on this thing, it's very powerful and huge. Here are some sample. Yeah, it's very powerful and bright. Now let's just talk about the performance. So finally Vivo has fitted a Snapdragon chip in this device. Earlier they were using a MediaTek which was not that powerful. It scored around 45k in Antutu. Now this Snapdragon 625, it's the same like posture as a Redmi Note 4 with the 64 gig variant, same as here. 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of internal storage, scores around 62k in Antutu benchmark. Yup. The price which you're paying, it's very less. It's very disappointing specs at this point. As you can see over here, scores very low on the benchmarks. But if you go to the info, as you can see, still running 6.0.1. No signs of no-go over here. And also the cores of the 625 are a bit underclocked, I guess, cause the battery life, it's just too good. I've been playing with the camera of this thing the whole time I got this device. And also this is a 1080p display, so it's a very significant bump from the 720p of the Vivo V5. But if you take a look at this phone, actually it's no means a V5 Plus. It's a whole new design and everything in terms of if you are following through the Vivo spaces how they update their phone. In terms of sensor, yeah, didn't mess on with the sensor over here. Everything has been supported over here. Pressure and magnetic field is not supported. Many of the flagships even don't come with it. But in terms of gyroscope and everything is present over here, so you can use VR on this thing. And this LCD panel is quite also good. It provides kind of mid-range color production and sharpness, so it's like an iPhone grade. Yep, I've been comparing this to my iPhone lately a lot, and the sharpness is just too good, just like a retina display. I don't know how that triggered. Well, that was funny. If you actually take a look at the gaming, it does quite well. The Snapdragon 625 doesn't lag at all. It can run many heavy games such as this Unkilled at max graphics, which is a very heavy game. It's one of the most high graphics games you can get from the Play Store, and it runs quite well. Not well at what price you are paying for this device, but quite well. Let's just take a look at the form factor of this device. Now we earlier just said about how it looks like an iPhone. Let's just check it. But actual design of the body is it's more minimalistic than the Galaxy S7 Edge, which has been praised for its curved display and how it packs a huge 5.5-inch display in a small form factor. And over here it's the same thing with this tied bezels over here. It's just same as the Galaxy S7 Edge, which is just amazing. You can easily hold this device in a hand, and it also gets like the weird one-handed gesture over here if you do that. Now in terms of UI, yeah, it's very iOS-y, and it has packed some features from like a smart motion which were announced with the Galaxy S4 and the Note 3 way years back in 2013. As you can see, the glance and also these animations, if you take a look at in this OS, they are straight up from that TouchWiz ROMs. But as you can see in the air, you get a air operation, air unlock, just like the Galaxy S4, smart unlock, smart remind, tilt to zoom features. This is the most unused feature they have packed in over here. Like who uses it? Smart split, it's just like the multi-window processor, but you can only use it with the 3 apps. Hopefully you get a no-code. Hopefully we see a no-code update over here in order to use it with any other app, because this is a very beautiful 5.5-inch display. And if you're saying benchmarks don't mean anything, yeah, the Fun Touch OS on this thing is very optimized. The device didn't even lag at all. If you go to the battery, you get the low power consumption mode, super power. It's just like the Samsung's ultra data saving, where you can just get a simplified UI, nothing more fancy over here in order to conserve your battery. And also this phone comes with the USB OTG, which is a good thing. At this price point, I can't even say what is good and what is bad, because we are going to take a talk about pricing later on. It also gets a iManager. Just to complete any other Chinese manufacturer, they had to include a frigging security manager over here, but as you can see, you get a space management. Let's just tap the phone tester. This is a very simplified UI, because if you have take a look at the Mizu phones and everything, they have like anti-harassment, AVG, antivirus, everything is just bombarded over there. Even the My UI, this is just 2 options over there. Now in this review, I'm not going to talk about the camera. I have made a separate video on that. Please check out that. There is a full guide on how you can use your Vivo V5 Plus camera fully. So please check on that if you want a camera review. But just hear my word, the camera is just beautiful on this thing. I've been playing with this camera since I got this device, and it's just amazing. The bokeh technology on this, it's even like better than an iPhone sometimes with this portrait mode at the back. As we're ending this video, let's just talk about the pricing. This device is priced around 28,000 rupees flat in India. Like what the heck, you can buy a OnePlus 3 on this price. But talking about the build quality, I never used a OnePlus 3, so I don't know, but it should at least have a Snapdragon 820. Snapdragon 820 is a last year's processor, and it's very cheap to install it in your device for such huge company like Vivo. Even Lenovo has it with the Dewang Z2, and it only costs around 15,000 rupees, and we are paying a hefty 28,000 rupees over here for a processor which are fitted in a 10,000 rupees device, such as a Redmi Note 4. This is not a real deal. If you're still spending on a 28,000 rupees, you want a beautiful phone and a beautiful camera, yes, go for this device. But if you want performance, you are a geek, just go for OnePlus 3 hands down. That's a very beautiful phone. You can also click some awesome features. It also has a 16 megapixel front facing camera. What else you want? You don't want 2 cameras in the front just to get that bokeh. So guys, thanks for watching. This was a full review of Vivo V5 Plus. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you want more phone reviews and Android tips and tricks, please subscribe to our channel. Peace.